Venga. Vamos contra los Lakers. A ver si tenemos sorpresa. Creo que jugamos en el campo de los Lakers. Y si no recuerdo mal... Vamos a ver.
Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here, and so is the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal.
The Big Diesel.
And coming right up, we'll see the Oklahoma City.
Sí. Yep. Patterson. Hostia, qué chulo. Ha puesto al Patterson, que se ha recuperado por el cáncer.
Hi, this is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, our Hall of Fame sideline reporter David Aldridge, and a special treat here tonight. Joining us courtside is five-time NBA champion Kobe Bryant. Kobe, great to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Es Kobe Bryant, hablando.
We're going to have a lot of fun tonight.
I'm sure.
Taking a look at the Lakers, things have really gone south on them. Over the course of the last 7 games, they've gone 1-6.
And you know what? They don't want to get swept on the season series. 3 straight losses against this group this season. So some extra motivation here tonight.
Greg, you look at how their matchups have gone to this point, and it's not going to be easy. Hard to not have some doubt creep in. So this game will be a test of not just their talent, but their will and resolve, too.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go.
18 veces All-Star. Comentarista invitado especial.
At small forward and power forward, it's George and Patterson. Russell Westbrook out there with DJ, and it's Adams in at the 5. Kobe, you look at all the former defensive player of the year, and they're almost always big men.
Señor.
A 9-time first-team all-defensive selection in the NBA. Do you think guards sometimes get overlooked at the impact they have in a game and a play?
Yeah, they definitely do.
All the time, huh?
I think the bigs have a huge responsibility in protecting the rim, and those things are very easy to measure.
Right, block shots,
blocks,
and exactly, rebounding,
altering shots, or
Pa dentro.
For guards, it's tougher. But still in all, there's some guards out there who have done it. You know, Michael and Gary Payton, and you know, Kawhi Leonard, I count him as a guard.
Casi me revienta, tío.
Where does that mindset come from? That defensive mindset when you're an offensive gifted player like yourself?
Well, I think that's a truly competitive person. You know, some players will call themselves competitive, but you're not truly competitive if you only compete at one end of the floor. That's not what true competitive people do.
And that one's good. Ingram. Well, Kobe, something that's such a huge tool in the NBA and the team's offense is the pick and roll, the screen roll game. You've done it as well as anybody. Just how are the nuances and the attention to detail important to make that play work?
Well, it's really important, but the screen roll today is run differently than it was, say, when Utah was running it with Stockton and Malone. What you're seeing now is more of a spread floor screen roll action where it makes rotations very difficult because you have to rotate off the shooters at a distance.
Right.
Bonita jugada.
So now what you tend to see more teams try to down pick and roll coverages and sending guys to one side of the floor and try to play the screen roll coverage with 2 men. And try to not have 3 guys in the action. You have to rotate and now push your team behind, right? And that it's a dance of, can you play the screen roll with just 2 guys? And on offense, can I force you to have a 3rd guy come in and rotate? If I can do that offensively, then you're behind.
Kobe, you're a father. You've enjoyed that process, but basketball got in the way a lot of it. How do you balance fatherhood and playing at the level you played at?
Yeah, when I was winning championships there, our kids were still relatively young, or I should say babies. In my last few years, they were older and knew that they could really feel my absence. And so what I try to do is try to bring them along for the process. So there were mornings I would wake them up and say, let's go. So we're going. Well, Daddy's going to go train, so let's go.
No kidding.
And I bring them with me, and they'd be in the gym shooting around or kicking a soccer ball around.
Esa jugada ya no se ve tan guay.
But I felt like it was important
Dar un pase
not just tell
en el aire bien.
but they need to see what I'm doing. When you're sleeping, this is what I'm doing here for 3 hours. And so they're a part of the process and feel connected to the process. But traveling and things of that nature is very, very hard because there's been plenty of birthdays that I've missed and school plays that I've missed.
Al Randall following the 3-point attempt by DJ. Just 5 on the clock. Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel.
Pasos del
Now
Toto
we get a
este.
chance to view
Tenía un
the
rebote
NBA's
fácil,
best
coño.
setup man. Number 5 is Lonzo Ball.
His passing has been so terrific. You can see his unselfishness really rubbing off on the rest of the team.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Larry Nance is checked in for Julius Randle. Bang comes in for Brandon.
Mira Counter.
And it's Clarkson in for Ball.
Señor.
Traveling was a part of your job, a part of mine. You missed some things with the kids, but I know you take pride, Kobe, in the fact that you made it to a lot of things as well. You were not an absent parent.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's having a great partner. I mean, my wife has been absolutely amazing, which I think is extremely important as well, because she really held down the fort at home, which to me is the toughest job in the world to do. You know, I have it easy in terms of going out there and playing games, but to have the responsibility of raising young people to be outstanding citizens. You talk about pressure. I mean, that's you know, I have to ask her how she feels about handling that. You know what I mean? Because that's true pressure.
And Oklahoma City making a change here.
Vamos a abrir Nets.
Checked in. And over the course of your career, Kobe, 5 NBA championships. Are there any of those that really stand out among the 5 that you accumulated?
The last one, beating the Celtics. That was the hardest one by far to get.
Why so?
Well, you know, we're going into Boston now with the series tied 1-1. And Boston is absolutely excited about having the split and going home now and having 3 games at home, thinking that the series was not going to come back to LA. And so that was an interesting playing flight for us, and then to go out and get the very next game, just to go down 3-2, coming back to LA, and then to finally pull out that series after being down 15 in the 4th quarter against the Celtics. I get you better than that.
And he's good on the 3-ball. Hey, Kobe, you know, when you take a look at great NBA rivalries, your mind goes more to the past than the present. I'm not sure why that is, but maybe you can enlighten us why rivalries seem to matter more or were more in our minds from yesteryear as opposed to today.
Because we can't
Triple
where
ahí.
we were when. Right?
Yeah,
the recollection is always more powerful in retrospect, right? I mean, that's always, you remember where you were when, you know, Magic hit that running hook shot.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Some people can remember where they were when Nelson hit that shot that bounced off the back of the rim and almost touched the rafters and fell back in, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I think it's those memories that create a lasting impact. And even though in today's game, you can look at it and say, there's no real rivalries in today's game, there are. But they're only sink in over time.
So you think the Cleveland Golden State rivalry, because the greats are on opposite sides there, will linger and will resonate like that?
Absolutely.
Here's Dang following the score by Oklahoma City. Shot by Ennis. Nobody around. Offline with his 3. DJ kicks to Roberson. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Cantor with a screen on Nance. The pass to Abrinas. Fires from deep. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Boy, you got to like the decision-making of DJ. I mean, fantastic at cutting the defense apart with his passing ability. Nice.
Ennis passes to Nance. It's tipped. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
Madre mía.
How you distribute the ball.
Eso, sácame.
More focus when making passes.
It's a completely
Ganamos de
different
10.
for Los Angeles. You know, Kobe, you played 20 years in the NBA, sports medicine and training becoming increasingly important for extending careers, keeping guys on the floor. How far has that science come in the time from you when you entered the league until the time that you retired last year?
Well, it helped me play 20 years.
Yeah, right.
You know?
But different methods all the way. Huh?
Different methods all the way. I mean, it's when I first came in the league and understanding what sports medicine was at the time and the research on recovery. And as the years went on, more science and research started coming out on the benefits of contrast therapy, of ice baths, and surgical procedures. Like, you know, if I would have ruptured my Achilles years ago, I never would have come back from it.
Right.
You know, and now, you know, my Achilles, even as I sit here today, it's like I never hurt it.
No kidding.
It's amazing.
The young pair of Ingram and Randall are at the forwards. Ball runs point with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope to his side. They're the backcourt. And it's Lopez in at the center position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. McDermott's checked in for Oklahoma City. Caldwell-Pope dishes to Randall. Back to Caldwell-Pope. And the foul called on DJ. That's his first foul. And Kobe, in your opinion, what's been the common thread for all these advances in sports medicine?
I think it's the minds. It's the minds of people in medicine that are constantly pushing the industry forward. And, you know, it's our responsibility and the team's responsibility to find these great minds and turn them loose, right? And trust them with the process, trust them with your athlete. But the key is you have to find the right ones.
Now here's McDermott. He's guarded closely. McDermott with the screen for DJ. In the corner, it's Westbrook. And Adams kicks to Westbrook. Off target with his three. Lakers trail by 8. Here's Dang. He can't get that one. Excellent D there from George. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. There's the pick. Back to Westbrook. Over Randall. Westbrook missing again.
The defense has to be better. I mean, they were fortunate that he missed that mid-range jumper. It certainly wasn't because of the defense.
The offensive rebound. Randall.
Mirad la mente, macho. No cogen un puto rebote.
I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
The dish now to DJ. McDermott with the screen for DJ. Lopez with the block.
Que siempre me tapan la entrada canasta, tío.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. And we know what that can do.
El segundo tapón que me como. Un Dios.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Well, Kobe, I know you've got to go, but it's been a real treat for you to join us tonight. I know our fans have all enjoyed the broadcast. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you for having me, man. Looking forward to doing this again.
The great Kobe Bryant. And Clark, you've been broadcasting for the entire span of Kobe's playing career. How is it to share a booth with someone who you've watched progress throughout their entire career?
Well, it certainly reminds me that I'm moving into that last block on the demographic
Westbrook,
chart.
de potra metido. Venga, vamos.
Third quarter, if you will, that's for sure. But it's a treat because it's wonderful to see how he grew as a player and as a man, and much respect to Kobe Bryant because he's a first ballot Hall of Famer and doing great things off the court too.
Passes it to Randall. Puts one up from 19. And he hits the jump shot. Randall's got 4 points this quarter.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Yeah, I mean, test the hot hand.
Se ha girado.
Exactly right.
Se ha girado antes de que entrara el hijo puta. Qué buena.
Now here's Ball. He's covered by Westbrook. Westbrook against Dang. Shoots over Adams. That's it, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down now.
No me cae un rebote ni de casualidad.
And how about the bounce pass there being used to perfection?
Descanso. De 7.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime. And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. Paul George really making a difference here.
And I loved in that first half that they were patient, looked for good shots, and knocked them down.
Yeah, I liked how they took the initiative. They were really locked into what they wanted, not letting the defense dictate their shot selection.
And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Inside, it's Patterson and Adams. EJ out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's George in at the 3 spot. And Brandon Ingram, the second overall pick in 2016 out of Duke. What do you make of his rookie season?
You know, very much a work in progress. You have to remember how young he is. Didn't turn 19 until 3 months before the draft. And he's still rail thin. So he's got a chance to improve very quickly as his body continues to mature. And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Pass to Randall. Picked by Randall. Lopez, a screen on George. Shoots from 12. That one off the back iron and out. The Thunder leading by 9. And here is DJ. 6 points for him. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. With this break, we have a chance to break down where the assist has been coming from tonight between the front and backcourt for the Thunder.
And their guards have been the ones to really set the tone here tonight with their ability to create shots. You talk about the big fellas. They love to play with guards who try to keep them involved offensively.
It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Cans it from downtown.
Cago en la puta.
And that's now 10 points for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Yeah, defenses beware. You have to close out hard on KCP and disrupt his rhythm.
Ah.
Unfortunately, his shot has been everywhere,
suerte,
all
tío.
over the place.
Es un
He
buen
can't
tiro, pero
buy a basket. However, his teammates got him
ya no tiro
covered.
más.
Ball, the pass to Randall. Shoots over Patterson. Thunder with the rebound. Adams has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Westbrook dishes to DJ. They set the pick. Outside, George shoots over Ball. And there's Paul George on the assist by DJ. George has got 9.
George is outstanding in his decision-making off picks. He knows when to shoot and when to pass.
Timeout called the Lakers. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game. You know what, Clark, when you were growing up, was there one player in pro basketball you tried to emulate or model your game after?
I really didn't pattern my game after any particular player. I tried to piece and parcel from a lot of players. I love the gracefulness of Lou Alcindor, now known as Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, when I first saw him back in the late 60s. At his size and the way he could move and his touch was impressive. And then as I became more of a forward in high school, you looked at guys like Magic Johnson. I looked at Marcus Johnson out at UCLA. Dr. J was a versatile forward as well. George McGinnis, who ended up becoming a really good friend of mine as I got drafted by the Pacers. Those guys that were big and had ball skills and shooting skills and rebounding, those are guys that I tried to play like.
Caldwell-Pope is the 2 with Ingram playing small forward. Randall is the 4 with Lopez in the middle. And it's Ball in at the point. That's the Laker 5. Oh boy, looks like he was injured there.
And boy, when you see someone hurting like this, it's always scary.
You're exactly right, Greg. I mean, with the way it looks, what we have to hope for now is that somehow it's not a long-term issue.
Ingram kicks to Ball. Back to Ingram. Launches a 3. Out of bounds. Oklahoma City takes possession.
Ahora sí que no jugará, pero con razón.
About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. Here's Felton. That shot misses. Good D by Lopez.
And I love how his teammates have stepped up for him. He's struggling, but they're ramping it up and getting it done this quarter.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying annex to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
Now, here's DJ. He's tightly guarded. 6 to shoot. Stolen by Caldwell-Pope. From 18 feet away. No good. Shot missing. And it's Oklahoma City the other way.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole, because he is just not there offensively.
Now here's Ingram. Defended by George. Caldwell-Pope for 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Patterson's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Tranquilidad.
DJ passes to Adams. Adams with the screen on Lopez. Outside for Felton. Clock at 6. Screen by Adams. Now here's DJ. He's covered closely.
Bien, Adams.
Adams on the follow. And the Thunder lead by 11.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Ball dishes to Randall. Here's the screen. Picked by Randall. Ball kicks to Ingram. He feeds it to Randall. Over Patterson. And the Lakers with another miss. Oklahoma City leading by 11. Out to the right wing. And a wide open look for DJ.
Sí.
Shot's good on the assist by George.
No paso.
10 points for DJ.
Yeah, nice unselfishness by George, zipping the ball to one of his guys as soon as he sees him open to get the shot off.
Timeout called the Lakers. Well, one thing about Paul George, outstanding length for a wing. Clark, he's listed at 6'9", but he's grown since he came into the league, hasn't he?
Yeah, we've had debates about that because I'm about 6'8" and a half or so, and I kind of look at him eye to eye, but he feels like he's taller than me, so we'll go with PG on that one. But he's also added some muscle too, Kevin, and that's helped him at both ends of the floor. He's a lot stronger and able to play through contact as a result of it.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Luke Walton was just talking about strategy with his team. He is not happy with the turnovers. He said, we have got to get some shots. It's as simple as that, guys. Play smart and value the basketball. See if the message sunk in, Kevin.
And
Nada, tío.
Lakers trail by
El
13.
colega este,
Here's Caldwell Pope. And Roberson pulls it down.
el fenómeno este del George, no da una. A ver este.
Knocks down
Wow.
the free ball.
Triple.
Take now in the hustle steps for Oklahoma City.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break
Ahora me lo van a
as
hacer a mí.
well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the three, but he just couldn't get it to go.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on Brooke Lopez. Clark, we know how big a Ohio State fan, I'm sorry, the Ohio State University fan that you are. Who is on your list for best players in the NBA coming out of the Big Ten?
Partner, you know me well because I was going to go right at you to correct you on that. It is the Ohio State University, as you indicated. Well, right now, probably have to go with Mike Conley. He's been superb throughout his career, particularly the last 4 or 5 years in terms of outstanding Big Ten players. Draymond Green, how can you not mention him? Double-time NBA champion, and then Oladipo out of IU, another guy that might be worthy of consideration there.
Here's Roberson. A shot off that time, so Los Angeles will take it the other way.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Thunder.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And so now on the year, they'll have 35 wins to their credit.
And their dominance continues, guys, as they sweep the season series 4 games to none.
That's impressive on one side, but embarrassing on the other side, Greg.
And so many times we see someone step up and take charge. And tonight that happened here. It was a nice performance for DJ.
Well, I can't recall a play that he wasn't involved in, Kevin. He was so involved in so many plays tonight, a force on both ends.
And that one, good.
It's a nice move by Randall. That's the area where he likes to work most.
George passes to Roberson. Screen by Adams. Ingram with the steal. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Kicks the ball. Lopez outside. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it
En fin, se finí.